Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yes, students, welcome to another class of logic and critical thinking. Yes, students, today we'll be discussing what inconsistency. In logic, inconsistency refers to the set of statements that cannot all be true at the same time. A set of premises is inconsistent if there is no possible situation, no assignment of the truth values in which all the premises are simultaneously true. Inconsistency matters because an inconsistent set of statements can lead to logical explosion, meaning anything can be proven from a contradiction. If system allows contradictory premises, then logically every conclusion becomes true, which makes reasoning meaningless. Therefore, detecting inconsistency is essential to evaluating whether an argument is sound or reliable. For example, consider the set of the statements that is P and tilde P. These two statements cannot be both true in the same situation. If we assume them both to be true, we immediately reach a contradiction showing inconsistency. Another example is all employees must attend the meeting. John is an employee. John does not attend the meeting. Now premises 1 and 3 cannot be both true if the premise 2 is also true. This internal conflict means that the set is inconsistent. In logical proofs, inconsistency is often used as a tool. If assuming the negation of a conclusion leads to a contradiction with the premises, then the original conclusion must be valid as well. This gives rise to indirect proofs. Recognizing inconsistency helps students evaluate arguments critically, detect flawed reasoning, and ensure that the premises of an argument can logically work together. Let us discuss about the indirect proof of validity as well. The indirect proof, also known as the reducto, is a powerful method that is used to prove the validity of an argument by showing that assuming the opposite of the conclusion leads to a contradiction. Instead of proving a conclusion directly, we assume its negation, combine it with the premises, and show that this assumption cannot be both true because it results in inconsistency. Once we derive a contradiction, we reject the negation and accept the original conclusion as valid. This method is especially useful when the conclusion does not follow directly from the premises through simple rules of inference. Many complex proofs, including those involving contradictions, negations, or distinctions, rely on indirect proofs. Now, there are some steps in the indirect proofs as well. Assume all premises are true, assume the negation of the conclusion, and try to derive a contradiction using the logical rules. Once a contradiction appears, for example, in the case of the P and the tilde P, reject the assumption. Conclude that the original conclusion must be true. For example, let us take an instance of indirect proof. The argument is if P then Q, if Q then R. The conclusion will be if P then R. This can be proved directly, but it will show the indirect approach for demonstration. Assume that the premises are true. Now assume the negation of the conclusion, that is the tilde P leads to R, which is equivalent to P and R tilde R. From P and premise 1, that is P leads to Q, we get Q, and from Q and premise 2 we get R. Now both our assumptions state tilde R, therefore now we have R. This contradiction means that the assumption is impossible. Therefore the original conclusion, that is if P then R, is still valid. Indirect proofs train students to think creatively and strategically, especially when straightforward reasoning is difficult. We have another method that is referred to as the short truth table technique. The shorter truth table technique is an efficient method for testing the validity of arguments without constructing a full truth table. Instead of evaluating all possible combinations of truth values, we focus on trying to find one single row where the premises are true and the conclusion is false. If such a row can be constructed, the argument is invalid. If no such row can possibly exist, even after trying all the logical possibilities, the argument is valid. This technique works by intentionally forcing the structure of the table by showing the argument's failure. By starting with the conditions that would make the argument invalid, we narrow down the truth tables quickly and avoid the large set of full truth tables. Now there are some steps in the shorter truth table method. That is, we should begin by assuming the premises are true, assuming that the conclusion is false. Now under these forced conditions, we have to try to assign truth values to the simplest propositions in a consistent way. If you succeed in completing the row without contradiction, the argument is invalid. If no consistent set of truth values can satisfy these conditions, the argument is valid. The shorter truth table technique provides students a fast, efficient, and logically rigorous way to test argument validity without constructing unnecessary complexity. It is especially helpful when dealing with the multi-layer propositions where full tables would be large and time consuming. I hope today you people will be having a clear understanding of how deduction works. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.